The death is announced of our beloved Hendrickson Eugene, better known as Sexy, of Westall Group V4, who passed away at St. Jude Hospital on Monday, 7 April 2025. He was 59 years old. Left to mourn, brothers Roland Flood, also known as TU, of Bellevue, and family, Gilbert Edward, also known as Lex Luger, and girlfriend Cecilia of Bellevue, Joseph Polly, also known as Jakes of Bellevue, Morris Charlie, also known as Collins of Cedar Heights and family, Robert Charlie, also known as Robbie of Cedar Heights and family, Dr. Nicholas Eugene in the US, Boniface Edward in Canada, sisters Teresa Charlie of Cedar Heights, Maria Calix, also known as Kirken of Grace and family, Selena Charlie, also known as Kuluk of Cedar Heights, Philomen Sukanti, also known as Jang of Larissus, Leah Sukanti of V4, Olive Bellas in Canada, Mary Flood, also known as Magda in Canada, Common Law, Paula Peters of V4, uncles, Kelvin Flood of Bellevue and family, Edward Flood, also known as Siki in Barbados and family, Adoc Flood and family of Bellevue, Effrey Flood and family in Canada, Martha Reynolds of Black Bay, Edith DeLeese, also known as Sora in London, Priscilla Flood in Martinique, Beryl and family of Auger, nephews, Servius Bellas, Valence Bellas, both in Castries, Reed Flood in Mont Cayenne, Jovel Edmond in Bellevue, Barry Edward of Larissus, Lyndon Flood in Canada, Christian Charlery, Warrington Charlery, Mario Emmanuel, Darren Sukanti, all in Canada, Bernard Calix, also known as Brinks and family of Monaco, Arthur Calix of Grace, nieces, Sophia Narayan and family in Canada, Mila Sukanti in Canada, Anastasia Charlery in Canada, Kadia Edmond of Bellevue, Angelique Eugene of the US, Rosie Eugene of the US, Leandra Frederick, also known as Mora of Castries, Valinda Innocent and family of Larissus, Carlos Sukanti of V4, Agatha Calix and family of Grace, cousins, Marianne Edward and family, Norman DeLeese and family, Fabian DeLeese, all in London, Sandy Crick and family of V4, Dora Langelier and family of Bellevue, Florence Poopy in St. Croix, Daria Elite Flood of Granivier, Sylvester Flood, also known as Wasi of Bellevue, Patrick Jean, also known as Roland and family of Monnier, Merlin Mason and family of Castries, Estefan William, also known as Crazy of Bellevue, Stanfilia Charles in the US, Josephine Polly, also known as Marceline of Bellevue, who was like a sister to him, children of his deceased sister, Laura Charlie Martha, also known as Duda of Larissus, children of his deceased aunts, Marie Edward, also known as Lorena Antoine of Bellevue, Josephine Flood, also known as Chino of Bellevue, Venus Estefan of Bellevue, Mary Purpy, also known as Mayotte of V4, Yonelta Purpy Augustine of Castries, Amafin Jean William of Cedar Heights, Dude of Susie, Apolline Charles, children of his deceased uncles, Francis Edward of Opicon, Francis Flood of Grace, Elford Flood of Granivier, Andrew Flood of Granivier, Johnny of Susie, Bethel Edward of Bellevue, Andrew Charles, also known as Ty, Henry Charles, also known as Nono, Nelson Flood, also known as Ava, all of Bellevue. Close friends and family, including Ryan Clavier, who was also his caretaker, Karen St. Catherine, who was also his caretaker, Marilyn and Fonty. Also left to mourn are the Eugene family, Flood family, the Polion family, the Edward family, and the Purpy family, the Charles family. Many other relatives and friends, too numerous to mention. The funeral service for the late Hendrickson Eugene, better known as Sexy, will be held on Friday, 16 May 2025, at the St. Isidore's Roman Catholic Church in Bellevue at 2 p.m. And then the body will be laid to rest at the Michael O'Brien Private Cemetery. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, Vieux. May he rest in perfect peace.